Good morning and welcome to episode 1259 of Hard Factor. It is Wednesday, July 26th, 2023. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. We have an 80% accuracy guarantee on this podcast. Today, Pat's got some wild health scares and much more in your cup of coffee in the big time.
Oh, hell yeah, I do.
Yeah. Are you settled in the new studio? Saw you're switching the headphones out real quick. Everything okay?
Here's what I was doing. So my studio right next to the air conditioner. So I had the door open to the studio to block some of the AC sound, but then the AC quieted down, so I closed the door so my son doesn't run in the second he's home.
Right.
It's just
learning all the tricks. Yeah.
I'm working it out, man. I'm figuring it out over here.
There you go. Well, I love the diagonal lines that are.
They won't be here for long, William.
Oh, okay. Take that, last homeowner, bitch.
Oh, man, what a dirty MFer this last homeowner was, bro.
Take that, bro.
Ooh.
So dirty.
Oh, yeah. You find all the dirty little secrets.
You know what I've really been enjoying is I got this for the last house. Didn't do anything with it, but it's 3Ms. This is not an ad. High strength repair, small hole repair kit, and it's like a putty and a sander all in one. And there's so many messed up holes in this house that I'm keeping this in my belt loop.
A lot of roughhousing in there.
Taking it out and patching holes as I see them. Real satisfying.
That is nice. It is nice to patch a drywall hole.
Sorry.
Wes has the hot. No, thank you.
No, that's your wheelhouse. You love the DIY stuff.
Now everyone knows about the patch kit.
I'm just patching holes as I see them.
Oh, I didn't even know about that one. That one's really sweet.
I see 3 holes right now.
What's that? 3M?
I'm not gonna be able to focus.
That's a 3M patch kit.
That's a 3M.
I've used a bunch of patch kits.
$14.
I have not used that fancy one. That is nice.
Mm-hmm. You want a paper towel when you're patching.
Deal.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact about 3M: they were guys from I think Minnesota, one of the M's, Michigan, Minnesota, and they were trying to mine, but they were trying to mine for a specific like metal, and they ended up getting a different one that was just as profitable. And they're like, well, we'll go with this, and that's their motto. They're
Mark's
agile.
a former 3M company man. Mark.
That's right.
Nice. 3M bringing you better whole wall repair kits.
Mark used to say,
the old ones
I'm
were
here.
good too.
Where are the other 2 M's? That's what he used to say.
Right.
They're it's way cheaper than buying a guy to come out to do it. Like a carpenter, he's gonna fuck you if he does the whole patch. Wes has the hottest chick you've ever seen from Finland on deck.
Yeah, that's right. Well,
Hey, wait a minute. My wife's not from Finland.
she's 19.
Nice.
There you go. That was a good one, Mark.
Hey, my lady's not from Finland.
My girlfriend's
She's
not
listening.
from Finland.
Yeah.
Backing it up. Call that an insurance
Hey,
drop.
clip that down there.
All right, she's the second hottest chick in
Hey, clip that down and put it on social.
I married the hottest woman in the world. I don't know what you're talking about.
You must be mistaken, sir. I've got some wild west stories in the hole, and Mark's got a new president of one of our favorite clubs to close it out today.
That's exactly right.
Okay,
Which club, Mark?
Yeah.
She does bad things. She's a bad girl.
She's the president of the Bad Girl Club.
What does she do, guys?
Nice.
Ooh, she does bad things.
Bad things.
Parties. She parties.
She parties.
Nice girl.
Party
Trivia.
girl.
Trivia is next Friday, August 4th, 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to join us for trivia night's very fun. It's just online over Zoom. Very fun. Go to patreon.com/hardfactor and send in the car. If you're in that tier and up, you can join us at trivia next Friday night, August 4th, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, if I'm here, I looked at how many murders are in my neighborhood that I thought was nice. I went to go to McDonald's last night, and there were 3 McDonald's closer to my house than the one I drove to, which is near PFT's house. It's the only McDonald's I know. But I know if I drove towards PFT's house, it would be towards a nice neighborhood.
Yes.
So it kept trying to reroute me to these other McDonald's. I said, no, nice try.
No.
I'm going
Trying to go
that
to the nicer McDonald's.
I'll go a few miles out of the way. Yeah. That red line isn't even paint. That's just blood behind you.
Yeah, real dangerous city. Doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm going to get into it. So, but first, the news.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Okay, guys. LeBron James's kid, Bronny James, eldest son, suffered a cardiac arrest on Monday. Terrible. We'll work it out.
How many jabs did he get?
Oh, well, Mark, let's get into it. The internet's really, really lighting it up. He was rushed to the hospital after a medical emergency. And real quick, a cardiac arrest, I guess, what he had is not the exact same as a heart attack. It's a heart failure, right? It's like what happened to Damar Hamlin on the field.
How many jabs did he get, Pat?
I think he got the vaccine. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But let's talk about that.
Most people in America.
Look, we're going to get into the conspiracy thing, okay?
Just kidding.
We're going to get there. Just let me get to the
That's
facts.
why I don't work out, because I don't want to stress my heart. I got too many vaccine shots.
Yeah. Look, hey, I will say, if you Google it, every piece of material says weighing the risk factors, not getting COVID-19 greatly outweighs anything in terms of heart attack.
But
No,
heart failure.
I was joking. I'm just saying.
I know.
I'm just asking questions.
Yeah, I mean the data is still so young. I think a lot of it's still being sussed out, actually. Like in terms of the early data for sure, but I think like there's more, side effect data coming out. On
I'm gonna dial you guys up with
Oh,
some
for sure. There'll
fucking
be data
data
coming out. There'll be data coming out.
There's gonna be data coming out of my mouth here in just 20 seconds.
There we go.
Bronny's in stable condition. Thank God. That's great. He's working out. He's at USC. He's doing a basketball workout at USC's Galen Center Monday. Rushed to the hospital, stable condition. Was it the vaccine? Who knows? But I did a little digging, guys. So there was a study from 2004 to 2008, right, of collegiate athletes, seeing why those guys were dying. Hey, in those 5 years, why you dying, collegiate athletes? Well, look, a lot of the deaths were, non-health related. There were 273 deaths, to be exact.
As you'd expect from college-age athletes, right?
Exactly. Cardiovascular-related sudden death was the leading cause of death at 45 deaths in the 80 medical cases. So 80 of the
it's still a very
273
common.
medical.
I mean, there's people have heart conditions, right? And young
And when you
athletes
exert yourself that much,
Right.
Yes.
So
for sure.
famous cases of cardiac death. Boston Celtics player Reggie Lewis. He died on the basketball court at 27 in 93. NBA G League star Zeke Upshaw died at 26, 2 days after going into sudden cardiac arrest in 2018. 3 international soccer players died during matches within 3 years.
A lot of running in soccer.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of running.
Oh yeah.
That's between 2004 2007. Now, look, here's the thing you need to know.
Yeah, it happens. Has there been an uptick after the vaccine?
They don't
That's
know
what
yet.
The conspiracy theorists wanted
They
to
don't know. The NIH did say this,
don't know.
quote, our study showed that myocarditis was the most reported post-COVID-19 vaccination cardiac event. All reported cardiac events, including myocarditis, TTC, MI, and VITT, occurred most frequently after receiving mRNA vaccines. But, you got to take that. That's the most common heart thing related to post.
Yeah, I think that the
Not
data
saying
coming out
necessarily.
is people are saying it may be more common than they initially let on, right?
Who knows?
We'll
find out.
That's what a lot of, I feel like, new papers and stuff you read are hinting at.
I don't think, but who knows?
I would say it's probably going to be a little that way, not nearly as far as some of the people on the far right.
We'll find out.
Some of the people on the far right are like, there won't be sports in 2 years.
No, there
We'll
won't.
find out. Just like we'll find out the origin, right? We'll find out the
Maybe we'll
origin
find out
of
he's a
COVID,
coke addict,
and then we'll find out the
maybe.
data sets.
I will say this: if it's Fat Jerry who's sitting on the Barca Lounger having a heart attack, right, and you have a bunch of like Fat Timmys, Fat Tommies, Fat Jerrys having heart attacks, then you start looking at maybe the Jap. But the thing is, collegiate athletes have heart attacks more often than you think they would. Pro athletes do too. But anyway, data is old, so just stay tuned.
He's okay. It's the good
He's
thing,
fine.
right?
That's a good thing. Yeah,
That's the good thing.
Guys,
You gotta get
let's-
that new data. Otherwise, the conspiracy theorists are going to be just shouting it every time. Every time anything
Right.
happens.
Yeah.
I agree. Well, don't
Every
worry. That's
entry.
that's
Yeah.
that's the cream of the crop today, guys. Conspiracy theorists are they're just getting steaks the last couple of
Well,
days.
The thing about conspiracy theorists is when they're proven right, are they conspiracy theorists, Pat? That's
Great point, Mark. Let's get into something hilarious.
It's a real thinker.
Yeah. Or are they just theorists?
So Dr. Kevin Foster, who's the director of burn services at the Arizona Burn Center, Valleywise Health, said this, quote, summers are our busy season, so we anticipate that this sort of thing is going to happen, but this is really unusual. The number of patients that we're seeing and the severity of injuries, the acuity of injuries is much higher. What kind of burns am I talking about, guys? I'm talking about burns that Dr. Kevin Foster is seeing from Arizonans who are falling to the ground and being burned horribly because the ground is so hot. That's a thing in Arizona now.
I thought you were talking about herpes for sure,
I
but
thought you were talking about insults.
I thought you were talking about sunburns.
No, guys.
Kind of.
Every single one of the 45
I'd say
beds
it's
in the
from the
Bird
sun.
Center is full right now, he said. 1/3 of the patients in the Burn Center are people who fell and burned themselves on the ground.
Why are they falling down so much over there?
Old people live in Arizona.
yeah.
Wes.
So elderly people who've retired to Arizona are falling on the hot asphalt and getting
And then
burned.
getting burnt.
They're getting
Yeah.
burnt big time.
Oh, it's hot. I have gray pavers in Nevada. I mean, Western, obviously not nearly as hot as Arizona, but the sun still gets super hot, and your feet will burn if you stay out there too long on it.
Oh yeah.
Dude, my dogs, I
Burn the
have to
shit out
walk
of
my dog at certain hours because if I walk my dog in the middle of the afternoon, her paws get like burnt.
burnt. Right. You know,
Yeah,
they
like,
say
like through her fucking paws, which are like made of like, dog paws are pretty tough. Yeah, not good.
Yeah. So old people's skin is just searing on contact.
a lot of people say
in
dog
Phoenix.
paws are made by 3M. Who makes one of the
Yeah.
toughest small hole patch repair kits on the market. Look,
Yeah.
they say as you get older, right, the life cycle begins again, right? You become a baby, and that's totally true because in Arizona, if you're old, the floor is lava. Okay, the floor is lava, guys. Be careful. The floor is lava. On a hot day, asphalt can be 40 to 60 degrees hotter than air. And to give you an idea, the air temperature reached 119 degrees Fahrenheit on Thursday in Phoenix, and Phoenix has had 6 consecutive days at or above 115. Jesus Christ.
Well,
You know what
your
they
old
say?
ass.
Yeah. They say if you can boil an egg, you can boil an old.
It's true. Doesn't smell good. Tell you
Yeah.
that.
A harsh but old, but true and old saying.
Yeah. It's a classic saying.
So
It was in the Bible.
Yeah.
So why, like to Mark's
boil
point
an old
earlier, though, like, yeah, like why are there so many skin
Boil,
to street contacts
watched
going
old,
on?
never boils. Tell you something about an old. You can put an old in a boiling pot of water, it'll scream for the dickens. But if you put an old in water and then heat it up, you got old soup.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of sayings.
A lot of them out there.
Yeah.
So they're just, are they collapsing from the heat into the street,
Probably
then-
will. It's a compounding
or is
event.
it just like
Yeah.
a clumsy issue on top of the heat issue?
I don't know. I just know that the ICU
I think they've
is
been
filled.
clumsy.
Are any of them dying? Are any of them just like kind of melting and turning into the street? And now they're just like part of the street?
No, they're just severely burned. Golden brown, baby. Golden brown. Guys,
How'd you get that scar?
I
Yeah.
fell.
Why don't you
It's a
roll in the
vicious
grass?
cycle
The
down
ground
here.
gave it to me? What? Yeah. Maybe stay indoors.
It's
Stay
the weakest
indoors.
scar.
Guys, Florida police are warning treasure hunters not to hit their beach looking for weed. That's because a large amount of marijuana washed up on Neptune Beach in Florida over the weekend. And the Neptune Beach Police Department took to Facebook to make this post warning potential weed bums from making the pilgrimage to the beach for some free ganja. They said earlier this morning, hashtag
Are they
your
put pictures.
NBPD responded to a large amount of marijuana which washed ashore along the shoreline near Florida Boulevard. It appears a large quantity likely broke open at sea and separated before coming ashore. Officers are on the scene working with Public Works to clean up the marijuana off the beach. But before anyone starts thinking about coming out and turning this discovery into your own treasure hunt, we would advise against it. And why? Well, I actually kind of like the reason why. After floating in the ocean for some time, the marijuana has quickly begun to degrade and rot.
Yeah.
This is bad weed, and you want to stay away from it. Please avoid the area.
I mean, it's
until
been ruined. Yeah.
Yeah.
cleanup is complete.
It looks like the far away
Sandy.
picture. It looks like it's normal, like seaweed or like normal stuff from the sea. It doesn't look like weed at all. It looks cool.
You convince yourself that you can save it though, if you're a big enough pothead.
I mean,
And
somebody's
we,
going to smoke it.
we can
Yeah.
save
Or a
it.
young
We'll dry it
guy.
out.
Pothead.
Or sell it.
Yeah, or sell it.
Ooh, yeah, you could mark that shit up. You dry it
Yeah.
out,
Don't post pictures of a lot of weed if you don't want people going to the place where there's a
maybe
lot of
spray
weed.
paint it.
I want
I
to
agree
steal it
with
right now. Yeah.
The pictures
You guys-
were a surprising touch, but it also, the pictures do prove if you're a real smoker, you're like, I don't want to smoke that shit. That's horrible.
Dude, the whole thing
Sand.
is a surprising touch. Well, think about this. they're working with Public Works to clean it up, so they don't want it on the beach. But the cops are essentially saying, "Don't smoke this bad weed, bro. Like, this is bad weed. You don't want this weed." But like,
Get your med card, bro.
10 years ago, 15 years ago, the cops have been like, "Come on down, potheads," right? Because the potheads, right, would have been smoking terrible dope, which the cops would have loved.
It's a different world, and also back in the day, we would have smoked that seaweed
Easily.
Smoked that seaweed.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
Anybody
That's a
would've.
seaweed
Yeah.
strain. Let's
It
take
would
it
have
to
been
the
gold
internet.
rush, green rush.
yeah.
We haven't taken it to the internet in a minute. I want to take it to the internet, guys, for some of the worst and best comments on the planet. Shane Bradford says, "Is this still available?" And then Troy Walton said, "High tide will be fun."
I like that.
Yeah,
High
bro.
Nerd-ass nerd Renee Atian, who's one of the top fans on the police department's Facebook page, says, "Thanks for letting us know. Our little dog could have gotten into that."
Okay.
And then back to hilarious.
What?
B. Deborah
What the
Hallett
fuck
says,
would that have done? It's just a plant. Like it doesn't get a dog. I don't think they get like sick or high from just eating a weed.
She post a picture of her
nugget
dog too.
that's sat on the beach.
every post that she's made has something to do with her dog getting into
One time, my dog got sick from eating a little bit of chocolate.
Look at
She's
this
giving you facts,
cutie.
yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
God for posting. Look at this cutie.
Ruffles turned 6, actually.
The Neptune Police Department would like to warn about a active crime scene where there's been a murder and blood leaking everywhere. Well, thank God for letting us know, because our dog loves to lick blood, and he should have gotten into that.
She would have
She
lapped it
gets
right up.
She gets right around it.
The comments went back to hilarious with B. Deborah Hallett saying, "I bet you get a lot of volunteers for cleanup with this find, lol." And then
yeah.
Vivian Bryan comes in with
Lolling
the worst
indeed,
comment.
bro.
The worst comment of all from Vivian Bryan. Vivian's probably an 82-year-old woman based on her avatar. "OMG, that's hilarious, period. Can you believe it? Question mark. What are the odds? Question mark."
Does she do that for every
Love that.
post?
Love that. I love somebody who's like really new at the internet, obviously trying to get into apps for the first time, using like the full emoji suite. Like
It's
she
a
had her
memoji,
own
yeah, she's got a
personalized
memoji.
memoji.
How did no one
added
hit
to
it?
the-
That's definitely supposed to be heard for sure, and it doesn't
That's
look
her.
anything
Oh, yeah.
like her. How did no one hit the seaweed?
No one hit the seaweed, bro. But let's keep it in the internet. Because George
point,
Smith pops on and lays down a comment to someone very similar to the old that I just read. George Smith, who's a 4-star
wait.
general.
Well, how's his name spelled? Is that
George,
No.
G-E-R.
Garage.
no? That's not
Garage.
Dude,
See?
what?
They're trolling for dyslexics like me.
Garage.
Garage?
Well, guys, Jiraj is a 4-star general.
That's a
definitely
typo in
the
the
real
name.
He's a 4-star general. The job is 4-star general, work in NATO military for peacekeeping mission at United States Air Force Base. Went to United States Air Force Academy. Jiraj Smith says, Beth Atchison. Jiraj says, "I'm really impressed with your profile and personality. I also admire your good sense of humor here. I don't normally write in the comments section, but I think you deserve this compliments. I would love to be your friend. So if you don't mind me, please click on my profile and send me a friend request. Thanks."
Garage.
Guys, the olds are not with it. Anna Delane Prevost says,
but all they have to do is read the name.
says at Jiraj Smith, "Go away, scammer." And then Sheila Campbell says, at Anna Delane Provost, "Block him." And Anna Delane Provost says, "I do.
I do.
I do."
I do block Garage.
I do block Garage.
Yeah.
Moving right along, guys.
Garage. Good catch, Mark.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
Garage,
like,
yeah.
Wait a minute. There's something off here.
Can't get anything by Mark. It got me. Dyslexic piece of shit.
No, it's just a trick on your eyes. You like don't you see the basic word George and you just don't think about it, you know?
Americans
Mark.
love names like Jiraj and Gian. Johan. Guys, a first-year medical student at Texas A&M Galveston. Let me paint you a picture. She's sitting in a lecture. She's sitting in, right, and lecture is being given by a guest lecturer from the Texas A&M mothership. Her name is Joy Alonzo, the lecturer, and she happens to be an expert on the opioid crisis. Like, that's her area of expertise. So she's lecturing down there at the medical school in Galveston. This first year is sitting in, and during the lecture, Joy, she stated something critical in passing about Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick and his opioid overdose policies, right? And the first-year medical student's mommy happens to be the Texas Land Commissioner, Dawn Buckingham, who's also a graduate of the medical school. And she served 6 years in the Texas State Senate with Dan Patrick, who happened to endorse her run for land commissioner last year. Right? Okay.
Big time people, big timers.
Also, Dawn Buckingham, the first year's mommy, recently attended the wedding of the Texas A&M Chancellor, John Sharp.
Oh, how big was that wedding? Massive.
It was a big fucking wedding.
Lots of people.
Before Joy Alonso, who again is a professor at the main A&M campus, before she got from Galveston back to College Station, she'd already been placed on administrative leave from her job. Apparently, the first-year medical student told her mommy, the former senator and land commissioner, her mommy told Sharp, the chancellor and the head of A&M, and Sharp sent this text to Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, quote, Joy Alonso has been placed on administrative leave pending investigation, re-firing her. Should, spelled incorrectly, be finished by the end of the week. J. Sharp. Okay. Thoughts, boys?
So she got fired for being critical of a politician her family's close with.
Right, yeah. So the professor said Dan Patrick had some bogus opioid policies.
And the little girl went and tattled to her mommy.
Tattled to her mommy, who happens to be tight with the chancellor, and the chancellor, who's tight with Patrick. They put her on leave before she got back to College Station for saying something critical about Dan Patrick.
I mean, I think Dan Patrick is notorious for having thin skin, and this just proves
Some thin-skinned shit. Am I right,
Well,
guys?
yeah, but he's probably, like in Texas politics, it's a lot like the military. You don't talk bad about your superiors. It's a hierarchy.
I'm gonna look up Dan Patrick.
He's
He's the weirdo, dude. He's the biggest.
He's the guy who had the
weirdo.
breakdown before.
He's
right?
a real weirdo.
He's had a mental breakdown.
He's a freak, is what he is.
Yeah, get a
I have
picture
to
of
look
this
up Dan
weirdo.
Patrick, Texas, because it always shows you the fucking. Yeah, that's the guy. This is him. Yeah, he's like maybe,
He's
I don't know,
ultra religious, like to the point
Yeah.
where he's insane.
Someone delete one of the pictures and I'll put him in.
Right. He was the guy that was
Real
championing
small
the,
nose for
Ten
his
Commandments
giant head.
in every school bill. He was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
way behind that. Guys, they were so afraid, or Dan Patrick is so thin-skinned that the school sent out an email to everyone who attended the lecture, essentially saying that Joy Alonso's statements about Dan Patrick do not reflect the stance of the university, and a formal censure of Alonso is impending. Turns out, guys, she didn't say anything weird. She said something in passing, and the first year told her mommy, kind of started a whole chain of events to get this tenured professor almost fired, and A&M was like, whoops, we shouldn't have done that, and put her back on paid, normal vibes.
Oh,
You're
I
telling
thought
me-
you were
you're
saying
telling me
that
this
the-
weirdo
that
got
the
upset?
Professor was related
Yeah,
to
dude,
that.
he's
But, okay,
such
so
a
it was the
weirdo.
girl in the class. Yeah,
Look
The
at
girl in
this
the class, yeah.
Look at that nerd.
She tattled on mommy.
she tattled
mommy.
on the teacher. Yeah, that's insane. That's I mean, how thin a skin can you have? If Dan Patrick tried to fire every Texas professor that's talked a little bit of shit about him behind his back, he'd have to fire nearly the entire state.
Dan
I just
Patrick,
think
he's got like a sock collection. That's the kind of guy Dan Patrick is.
Any puppets?
You know what I
A
mean?
puppet sock collection. Yeah.
Just
yeah.
saying, if you can't have free speech in college, what the fuck is the point of this country, Dan Patrick? Think about that, you fucking idiot. But let's get into the top story of the day, guys. Also known, if you're a longtime listener, or even listen from time to time, as the
cream of the crop.
All right, listen up, conspiracy theorists, because it is on. Yeah, guys, Tafari Campell, who's was the personal chef of the Obamas, tragically drowned in Edgartown Great Pond,
In
which happens to
Hillary's
be a
pool.
pond on the Obamas' property in Martha's Vineyard. And the chef had served as the White House sous chef during Barack Obama's presidency, left in 2016 to work with Barack and Michelle and be their personal chef. On Sunday, he was sup. He was paddleboarding in the pond. A fellow paddleboarder
Well,
observed
it's
him.
so fucking hard to paddleboard. First of all, that was his first mistake.
I mean, yeah, it's difficult.
It's not
doable.
easy.
In a pond, no waves. It should be pretty easy.
right.
To swim in a pond, it should be easy if you can
Yeah,
swim.
that's how I'm gonna
yeah,
go.
Exactly. To swim if you
paddleboarding.
fell off would be
Yeah.
relatively easy, you'd think as well. So
Yeah, on Sunday, a fellow
happened?
paddleboarder observed him dip into the water repeatedly, briefly, struggling to stay on the surface, then submerge entirely. This is according to the police statement.
Damn it.
He died.
Did he know how to swim?
that's paddleboarding.
So it's
yes,
funny you
there's
say
videos
that,
of him
Wes.
swimming. Yeah.
It's funny you say that. So he posted
I don't
this.
think you paddleboard if you can't swim.
People
Yeah,
do
there's videos of him swimming laps. at a
crazy
gym.
shit.
Well, so he posted
that'd
this
be pretty
photo
crazy.
to Instagram back in the day, and this might be bucking the racist trope that African Americans cannot swim because he's an African American, and he posted this photo with his wife in the water. # still can't swim.
Yeah, that's a
There was
joke.
people.
That's
It's a joke, right?
That's a joke.
Yeah, there's people
Was it a
posting videos of him swimming laps at a pool.
There you
Fox
go. Yeah.
News
Yeah.
gave it no context, but
No. Will says there's videos of him swimming laps, and I'm telling you, you don't.
I saw him on
You don't
Twitter. I mean, I don't know
paddleboard.
if it's like
you don't
for
paddleboard
sure,
if you can't swim. He might not be an Olympic swimmer, but he can tread fucking
you
water.
would think,
Yeah.
right? And
So
it's a
let's get-
pond too, so there's no waves. So
Yeah.
like,
Maybe he
Let's
thought he
get
could
into it.
stand.
pretty calm
If he fell.
environment.
guys, Matt Wallace, who's an
Got it.
idiot on Twitter with 1 million
Maybe.
followers, he tweeted this, and this video is totally unconfirmed. It's from the Daily Mail, from what I can tell. But here is what Matt Wallace tweeted. He tweeted Tafari
Right, that's
Campbell,
the thing. There's like
Obama's
going around
private chef,
swimming.
who drowned today, may not have been the best swimmer, but this video shows he was more than capable of swimming the distance of a small pond with still water. What really happened here? Drunk, drugged, murdered? Release the footage. No idea if that's Tafari
Could have had a
Campbell swimming
cardiac
or not.
arrest like Bronny.
He could have had
Right.
a cardiac
Could have been
arrest.
anything.
My uncle died that way. He's a great swimmer and he was swimming in the ocean, cardiac arrest, and he drowned.
Well,
But was
RIP
your
to your-
uncle-
RIP to your uncle, and RIP to this Tafari guy. To the chef.
Very,
a lot of people
very
you know
much. It's
drown that can
tragic.
swim. Yeah,
But were they about to
Yeah,
release
yeah,
a
it's just-
book?
I don't know.
Well, I think Pat that the biggest conspiracy is because the Clinton chef that had died, Walter Sieb or something like that. Well, back in the day, the Clinton chef, he also died of drowning in New Mexico when
that's
he
it.
was on a hike.
It's a lot of
and so-
drownings. Yeah.
Right. So I think that's really people are like,
None
wow,
of these chefs can
how
swim,
many people
huh?
drown
Was
in
he black?
general? And no, he was white, the Clinton chef. And then so now people are like, well, wow, out of all the people that drowned, 2 of them were White House chefs for Clinton and Obama. And I think that's more of the conspiracy, right? That's where
Let's
people are
get into
talking.
some
These
other-
black chefs that can't swim.
I think you're right. You're right, Will, about that's too many chefs. That's too many
I mean, it's a lot. It's 2 out of 2. Biden's chef
many
got to be
cooks.
shitting his pants, right?
Oh no!
If you're
There's
Biden's chef, you're a little nervous.
Too many cooks, guys. Let's take it to another
I got a
another
picture of Hillary with her chef. Go ahead.
another idiot, a sweet one.
Oh
Who's
no!
a
Yeah, I
white
looked it up earlier. He really did die. The Sieb guy.
This is a
really
this
quick
is a-
though.
Yeah, please.
Big Fudge comment from the internet is too good not to read. From the last story, he said that man's skin's so thin he falls in Arizona and he's at the burn centers. Yeah, Dan
Yeah,
Patrick.
we're talking about Dan Patrick and his
He
thin
might
ass
just
skin.
he might actually just like catch into flames if he fell on the ground in Arizona.
You gotta be careful. Okay, let's take it to a sweet kid, white guy who at one point identified as Korean, and one-time guest to the show, Ollie London, who tweeted, if I can find it, Ollie London said,
He's a right wing
To-
nut these days.
he's a nut job, right?
He totally flipped. It was interesting. We had him on the pod when he was identified as Korean.
Well, let me say
Yeah.
one thing before I
About as
read this
liberal
guy's
as you
tweet.
get. he went full
As a-
180.
He's getting surgeries.
Guys, these are all idiots who now get paid per impression on Twitter, thereby incentivizing them to tweet questionable, untrue shit, right? Just pointing that out. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Ollie London says, it took rescuers 18 hours to find the body of Obama's chef, Tafari Campbell. This, despite the fact that, bullet point 1, his body was found just 100 feet from shore. 2, was only 8 feet deep. 3, witness on paddleboard saw the drowning take place and knew the location of the incident. 4, occurred on a high security Obama estate where Secret Service would have been present with surveillance cameras all around the property and pond. However, some factors that might have played a part in the long search. He was wearing dark clothing. He wasn't wearing a life jacket. Sunday night's search was temporarily suspended so dive teams could reassess. Yeah, I don't know, guys.
Once you're underwater for like 5 minutes, it's over. I mean, you can
They're
search.
stirring
what
shit.
you want.
Why is he so worried about all that stuff? I mean,
What's this theory that the book was coming out that was going to expose some
The
secrets?
theory is that they murdered him, Wes. The theory
Right,
is
but
theory is
why?
the right
word.
But why
Because-
is the
because
why?
Wes,
Yeah, right.
because Wes,
Because the book,
What
Wes.
happened to this guy? I'm
That's the
asking.
book.
What happened to this man?
He's dead.
I don't
He
know.
He
drowned.
drowned.
And it sadly it was a similar situation. He was hiking in New Mexico.
He was about to
and
write
he
a
had gone
book.
off on his own,
Yeah.
and his girlfriend eventually reported him missing because he hadn't come back. And then so this guy, he's out on a paddleboard on his own, I guess. And then
It's a
he's
big fucking nothing burger, except for
White
people
House
get
chef.
paid to spin bullshit to you. They
They
get
like
paid to spin
Avengers.
bullshit to you.
dangerous.
Chefs.
What's the most dangerous job in the world?
White House chef.
chef.
Anyway, that's
a lot of people posting that jacked up chef under Trump saying like this guy's never gonna die. Like,
what's the next guy gonna be into like F1? He's gonna like
Just wait, guys. Just wait. But these guys made fucking thousands of dollars with this bullshit.
Look, if the chef
there's a lot of clicks. There's a lot of clicks on it. R.I.P.
A lot
to
of
this
clicks
dude,
behind
man. I mean, it's
sucks.
terrible what happened to both of these chefs. The guy who before, and then
R.I.P.
also this one most recently.
If the
It's
chef
terrible.
knows the secrets, there's 78,000 other people you have to kill, right? There's a lot of people who know the secrets if the chef knows the secrets, right?
Yeah, what is Obama going down there
it's
for
just-
late night snack, just telling the chef everything?
Yeah. Hey, I saw aliens
That's
today.
the conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
Well, this
yeah.
sandwich
I can
makes
only
me want to
trust
talk,
you.
you know?
Yeah,
Safari.
exactly. He gets
Sorry.
real his cooking so damn good that he gets real loose.
I don't know what it is about this meat you cook, but
Here's
I
the
gotta tell you
secret
something,
no one
chef.
knows.
You,
Yeah.
another plate of your truth meat, Tafari.
I mean, come on.
Rest
do you
in
do
peace
to
to
this
this poor
meat?
guy.
Yeah,
gets me
I'll
jabbing.
tell you anything after eating that. I'll tell you.
You've
Anyway.
earned a secret.
now,
after this
now.
meal. You've earned one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Pat.
Hey, no problem.
Are you guys ready to see the second hottest woman in the world?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There she is. Whoa. She's 19. You want to see her butt? There's her
She's
butt.
AI. This is AI,
Mila
right?
Sofia.
Mila Sofia. She's 19. She's from Helsinki, Finland. Here's another one.
Woo. Wishing you a good night from Greece.
There she
Yeah.
is. Smile
She's just in
without or
bikinis
smile. I mean,
all the
she's
time.
yeah. She's there. She is in Greece. Here she is in Bora Bora.
She gets
Yeah,
a
the
lot.
same
She gets
look
around
as
for
before.
19. Yeah.
Incredible.
She seems to be traveling. A
I
lot for
I
her.
noticed her at there, Wes.
You did? You noticed that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, her butt looks a little too.
Perfect.
Well,
Yeah.
in the backgrounds, I don't know if you maybe pull up the last one where there was a lot of like buildings in the background. Those
Yeah.
mountains. Yeah.
She
See,
looks a little airbrushed, Wes.
right. Well, is
Oh,
it
she's-
airbrushing
she's
or is it
great
those
makeup.
are just not real buildings, guys? That's not a
Yeah.
real sea behind her either.
Well, she's not real at all, as you guys have caught on to. She's completely AI generated.
Neither's
Here's
my
her profile.
boner.
Yeah.
AI.
This is a fake boner.
Look how real she looks, though, in that picture. That's you can find her at AI model Mila Milla on Twitter, TikTok, and everywhere else that she or whoever created her has.
I think the face is perfect. They did a perfect job on the face, but the butt and the body's a little too. It's too smooth.
Too
it's not
smooth,
like
yeah.
it's
It
a little
is
too
too
Well,
smooth.
and this only works when they do the photographs with the blurry background. If they try to
Right.
do anything with a crisp background, it's obvious it's computer generated.
Yeah.
right. So she's even got her own website where
Her
she
own fan
says,
base.
"Yeah, she's got her own fan base that have no clue that she's
Yeah.
fake."
Oh yeah.
Which is what I was attracted to on here.
Way. Are
Um,
you kidding me?
oh, dude,
They're sending
nobody.
her money. They're sending her money and shit.
They're sending her everything. So one thing that I found.
No, dude, this is like
All right,
an episode.
We gotta
of Black
create. Eric,
Mirror.
we gotta create.
This is a
an AI
nightmare.
Here's a few comments off of her. I think this is TikTok. Girl, you got my complete attention.
Whoa.
Oh my God. One of a kind. Wow. My God, you are so beautiful and stunning. Hi, beautiful. Super Fox. My Barbie girl. Adorable. Perfect view.
He's talking about her butt. He's talking about her butt
her
on
butt.
the perfect view. Not even. He's not even talking about the actual view, which is nice too. He's talking about her butt.
Yeah.
Yes.
None of these men. You look fantastic. Smile. This is comments where they were telling her to smile because she posted these pictures of whether or not she should smile or not. Like,
Because she's got
should
AI face.
Should I smile or should I not smile? No, just because it's easy to change her face.
Yeah.
And a lovely smile is always better. Anyway, you get the idea. These men are obsessed with her and they have
Put
no
that back
idea.
up. Look at the age of some of these guys. Look at the avatars. Look
Oh
at
yeah.
Ronnie.
Oh, they're all
Look
older,
at
dude.
Ronnie and Bryn.
Oh, it's all guys that don't realize it's not.
Those guys are
real.
retired.
And you know those photos are 10 years old too.
I know.
if those are
Man,
their
I don't know,
profile pics-
guys. Have you seen these new models, man? They all say AI.
Yeah,
It must
like-
be a new modeling agency.
It's a bunch of
AI.
retired dudes.
Like Michael, you are so sexy in that bikini and you have beautiful boobs. Here's what Michael
no.
looks like. He says, "I love the Constitution and America. I also listen to Tree of Logic and Turtle Boy." So Michael's just out there commenting. Now, one thing I found, I don't know if you guys can explain this to me, but one thing I found that all these pathetic people that are commenting on her is that a lot of them tell her to have like a good night's sleep, like sleep well, beautiful,
that's creepy.
or like
That's
have a good night's sleep, or like what is that? Is that something that's like they all tell her to have a good sleep
because they want to watch her sleeping.
I don't know. It's like they're trying to be sweet, and like their sweet comment will catch her eye.
What's at
Well,
night?
how's
Probably
that?
that they're commenting, maybe.
Yeah, well, probably.
Also,
But
what does the older generation say?
what do you mean? Like, sleep
they're,
tight.
They're used to having children.
Yeah.
They're like, they're always they were raised to say that, right? The older people are often saying, hey, get some rest, have a good night's sleep. They're just using, what they know.
Or like Branko Dimitrovich, who says, amazing ass.
Good point, Branko.
That's what
Almost
that's
perfect.
What now, this
Wes, now that you mentioned all these dudes in this army of dudes mentioning, wouldn't you think the AI model would have a bot army of followers?
I mean, probably. So of course she does. I mean, and there's bot followers everywhere. But here's another thing that I discovered is that these influencers, these attractive influencers, are now using Chat GPT. So if you have a YouTube page like Pat does with the AI voices, you basically upload all your YouTube voice. You're talking to these AI generators. You merge it with Chat GPT. Now you have a person that can basically converse with these people online. One girl charges $1 a minute, and she can probably handle 100 people at once, because all it is an AI generated girlfriend that she's created out of her YouTube videos, and she's using her likeness.
Take advantage of this. We're so stupid.
Yeah. I mean, this girl is okay. So what's really crazy about this girl is that even though she's fake, she is probably going to get fashion deals, because like clothing lines, they want a woman that is this attractive to put their clothes on and for modeling. So
see models jobs.
See models.
Yeah.
Like,
well, this is what the SAG and the writers are striking about right now. I mean,
taking everything.
How are people really already fooled by this? This is so disappointing.
Because this is pretty close.
I don't know, dude. Look at the background. That's
close.
fake as
When
fuck.
is the first AI marriage
so
going to
fake.
happen, and when will there be regulation that allows for AI marriage? In what's the first state that's going to allow for people to marry AI?
Probably California.
Oregon.
Wes,
Yeah.
What is
Japan definitely
Did you-
already
did you
does.
see this
right?
comment?
Like,
When to see some nipple?
what the first American state?
Did you see this comment from Hector?
Yeah,
Hector's already in there. Hector's already in her shit.
Number one fan.
I thought this comment was pretty crazy. Where is it? Yeah. Have you ever been to Virginia or Bangkok, Thailand?
Oh, Jesus Christ. From USA Bangkok 7?
Those are the places he's from.
Yeah.
Those are the
Virginia
two
or
places.
Bangkok.
That's where I have homes.
Yeah, I go back and forth between the two.
For business of sorts.
Yeah. 2 weeks out of the year, I go to Bangkok for a little fun, and I come back.
Virginia.
What an aggressive first attempt.
Now, another thing that I found, which is hilarious, is there's this woman named Angela who is obsessed, and I reached out to her on Twitter because I didn't know what her problem was. She comments on the men who comment on these pictures, like this one. Beautiful bikini photos, sweet Mila, and then Angela. She's not a real person. She's an image created by AI technology.
Angela's.
And then here's another one. Mila, son of my life. She's not a real person. She's an image created by.
Let him have.
Here's
Is this a party pooper?
Here's another one. Owen says, "Very, very nice, sweetheart." And Angela says, "Always see you under Mira's tweets, Owen."
I thought I told you she's not a real person.
Dude,
Yeah.
no one's
Look at Owen.
under 60.
That's Owen, bro.
Dude, that's from 1990. That pic.
Yeah. Oh, that's a late 70s, early 80s pic.
Is that a snake on his shoulder?
I don't know. Look at antlers
Dude,
or something.
you know it's
No,
real
it's-
because Owen just gave up trying to pick a username. He's just, let me just get on this thing so I can comment on the AI. What's his username? It's
Owen Les. So his
1,
name's
2,
Owen
3,
Leslie or
6, 4,
something.
6, 3.
1326463.
He might be a bot.
Yeah.
could be. No, but where does a bot get that photo? Yeah.
I don't know. Dude, they can search the internet. They have all the information. I don't know. I mean, but isn't this crazy? I mean, this girl she's very close to being unrecognizably a fake person. and she's going to be duping. Once you can put a voice to her, once the AI gets really good, obviously she's going to be taking models' jobs, so they're going to be able to model any dress, any piece of clothing, any accessory. It's over.
From the neck up, you can't tell, and everything else is close.
Right. I mean, she's a little bit too smooth on the ass. It's too perfect, but
her skin's too perfect. They need to get better skin, but other than that,
I've been thinking about that specifically. So like forever,
not there yet, but it'll be there.
It's like a week away.
The filters.
I can't believe
the filters and effects for digital video, right? They can't completely replicate what like film looks like. Like for example, like 16 millimeter film has a certain look to it. They can't do it, but I was thinking the other day, like with AI, they will be able to do it because they'll be able to write like such, complex, essentially filters that will change throughout the course of a. Yeah. But why don't they have that for this? Like, put some pimples on her ass, right? You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, scuff it up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's the generator's not there yet. They've been working on making her the prettiest girl possible.
And she's fooling all the olds. She's not fooling guys like us who are aware of AI, but all the olds that don't know what AI is capable of, she's perfect.
It's already old. It's already old fooling, but it'll get to us too.
Let's pull up this live internet comment because this is true. NG says, notice the hands. AI struggles with hands, and she's not putting them in pictures. And now it's not putting them in pictures. Yeah, AI struggles with hands. Her hands,
those are good hands right there.
Look pretty good.
They might have touched them up with Photoshop though.
Yeah. That one's fake.
That one's got a little bit of
a little bit weird, but I mean,
you can.
No one's looking at the hands.
That thumb. Go back to that thumb.
Listen, I don't care. Does it still grab?
It's got like a
yeah.
Can it grip?
It looks weird. I
don't care. I'll be the one using my fingers.
Yeah, I mean, it's close. You know what I mean? I was just blown away by how.
I don't care if she can talk.
I mean,
it's okay.
I just hope she has a great night's sleep. All right.
Yeah.
No one's perfect.
You sleep tight, sweetheart.
Everyone's trying to get the last great night.
See you in the morning.
They keep one after the other. No, I said good night last.
I saw literally like half the comments are sweet dreams.
Don't listen to Owen. I want you to have a sweet night's sleep.
I have no idea.
Wake up, more pics of you,
sweet
dreams,
girl. Honey. Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Nice.
Anyway, there you go.
Oh man,
delete some of those. I got to get in there.
Oh yeah, my bad. I'll delete them all right now. All right. Start.
But just send them over.
Let's move right along. I was tempted to keep it in D.C. again today with President Biden's second out-of-control German Shepherd commander who is biting and sending Secret Service agents to the hospital left and right. Well, we can right now. That's why I brought it up in case.
Yes.
You see.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
Oh, yeah. So Major's gone, but Commander's still biting the Secret Service. It's pretty incredible.
What breed of dog is it? Like
German
Shepherd.
But I had a buddy who got a certain type of German Shepherd one time, and he had to give the dog away because it was like a German Shepherd alt that's trained specifically.
They have like Belgian Shepherds.
Belgian Shepherd, maybe.
Yeah, they look like those are like big time police dogs, just as much as German Shepherds.
It was too aggressive.
Yeah.
Any type of shepherd's going to have the chance of being aggressive and huge. And when you're super old, I've noticed that like you maybe don't, like discipline a dog as vigorously as maybe a younger owner might. So a lot of times they might have problems, and that's 2 in a row. They're by the Secret Service.
I have a theory. You're right. I think that old people don't really train or discipline the dogs, but we all know that Biden likes to sniff, right? And gets in there. And that hair, he likes to sniff. I think he might like to bite in the bed too, if you know what I mean. Dr. Jill might have a few bruises. I think the dogs might be witnessing Master Daddy getting on his bite when he's excited.
Right. Yeah, they're imitating. And sorry, being corrected by everybody in the chat. Stephen C, NG, everybody, thank you. It's a Belgian Malinois, which I guess is just like a Belgian German Shepherd.
That's the one that my buddy had that he was like, check out my cool dog, and it like tried to bite everyone's nuts. And then I was like, I'm not coming over till you get rid of that dog. And then he got rid of the dog because
there is also a Belgian Shepherd. Everyone out there,
some dogs like to bite, but 2 in a row. Maybe get a dog that doesn't bite, Joe.
Yeah, maybe just give up the dogs if they're all biting. But that's all that's going on in DC right now. Besides the UFO Oversight Committee that is happening today, Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern online. So, hopefully they'll be revealing that and confirming that we have recovered some off-Earth technology, today live. Tune into the Oversight Committee hearing if you want to watch that. But We don't know that yet. So right now, let's head out west, wild, wild west. First to Utah, where a man has been beaten to death with a can of soup by his roommate over a drunken argument.
That's brutal. That's brutal. Whoa,
Yeah.
that's brutal.
Wow.
Did you follow that?
Whoa.
Yeah, beaten to death with a can of soup in Castle Dale, Emery County,
What type of
Utah.
soup?
Zachary, what's up?
What type
It
of
was,
soup?
bet it was chunky.
Yeah.
I don't think they didn't. The police report didn't
Italian
identify
funeral
the
soup.
exact type.
Progresso?
At least in what I read.
This soup's giving me
what
an
brand was it?
idea.
I would bet Wolf Chili if I
Wolf
had
Chili?
to, but they say
Oh,
soup
yeah.
can.
30
Yeah.
can.
Dude, that's the type of guy that'll kill you. Is the guy that has a bunch of wolf chili laying
Like a
around.
Dinty
Yeah.
Moore. Yeah.
Dude, Wolf
Yeah,
brand
Dinty
chili is
Moore.
the fucking
If it was soup,
grossest.
it's Dinty Moore. If it was chili, it was Wolf Chili. I mean, you're guessing.
He eats it afterwards. I'm not wasting a good can of wolf.
Mark, you're not far off, dude. This is
Oh, shit.
insane. It's an insane story. So
Haven't changed their prices since 1967.
Yeah, it's like they're Arizona.
inflation buster.
68
How do they
cents.
do it? There must be dog in this chili. Let's so RIP to the roommate. Again, he was bludgeoned to death by the soup can.
Yeah.
And this was in Castle Dale, Emery County, Utah. And the soup beater, Zachary James Tuttle, the murderer, 37. He's of St. George, Utah. And he got found out for the crime last Saturday night when cops were called to a store where his 14-year-old son was waiting outside the store, allegedly for his father, Zach. So, like, the store calls the cops, like, hey, this 14-year-old kid's just hanging out here. Cops get there. He's like, I'm waiting for my dad, Zach. And then the thing is, though, the son had just watched his father get into a fight with his roommate after they came out of the bar together about a block away from the store the kid was waiting at. So the kid's at the store. They come out of the bar hammered. They blow past the son. So the father, Zach, the murderer, and the roommate, they just go past the son at the store, go back to their residence, which is probably like one block more, small town, right?
Right.
Arguing that Zach should be allowed to let his 14-year-old son drink. And the roommate was like, don't let him drink, Zach. And Zach was like, I'm going to do it. And then they just fought about that.
I need a buddy. I need a drinking buddy.
Then he killed him, and he's like, looks like he's gonna drink.
He smacked his son in the face as part of this, is what the son told the cops. And eventually that led to the roommate, being bludgeoned to death by the soup can, presumably Dinty Moore or Wolf Chili by Zach. And Mark, the reason that you were right about that, Zach was so hammered when the cops arrived that he couldn't stand on his own. The cops had to like hold him. He was swaying. And then when they asked him about the roommate, he's like, oh, the roommate's fine. And then they go into the next room and find the roommate in a pool of blood and soup cans with no
Whoa.
pulse. So not fine.
Is it?
Yeah, not
would
fine
it-
at all.
He didn't
Is
know he
it,
killed him.
Apparently. I mean, he could have been so drunk that he didn't realize he had done
Right.
it. Yeah.
Is it in
Yeah.
bad taste to leave the can? I'm looking. I feel like it's the one thing we want to know, but nobody has it. Is it?
I'll be able
Is
to-
it
I
bad
don't
taste to name the soup? The
Well,
brand
they
of
don't want
soup?
to. They don't want to hurt the brand like we
Right.
just did
Ah.
with Dinty Moore.
I bet it's in the police report.
But it probably is
Yeah.
in the original. I didn't dig that
Yeah.
far, unfortunately.
No press is bad press, says Campbell's
Yeah.
chunky soup.
I mean, a good chance it was theirs.
One of the big boys probably.
Yeah.
But so Zach is going away for a long time, and hopefully some family members can step in to help that poor kid. Not every day somebody gets so drunk that they kill somebody with a can of soup and then don't remember it. That's
probably best
hammered.
that his dad that wants him to get hammered with him at 14 is going to go away, though.
right. That
Yeah, but this
started
poor
over an
guy is
argument
dead.
of wanting to get his son to drink with him, and that guy who
Well,
tried to
RIP
stop
the
that.
roommate, but I'm saying the
Yeah.
son's probably going to be better off without the dad around.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he needs to get himself right. He just accidentally murdered his roommate with a
Yeah.
soup can because he wanted to make his 14-year-old son get hammered.
I want him to be
Yeah.
drunker than I was at his age.
Yeah, it's not good. Not good right there. Next up, though, another wild Western man, all the way west this time in Oregon. And it was sent in by listener John and some other listeners a few weeks ago. But nobody gets killed this time, guys. So good news. Don't worry. We
Okay.
can let it loose. And I'm going to let local reporter out there in Portland, Oregon, Brittany Falkers, of KGWN. KGW News 8. Fill you in on the details of this story.
Oregon home rigged up with booby traps, tripwires, and barricades, including this, a hot tub turned on its side like a giant wheel that was set to roll down a hill, ready to flatten anyone who came too close. So here's what happened. Earlier this month, 71-year-old Gregory Rodbelt was convicted of multiple crimes. He had lost the home in a lawsuit, and when he found out it was going to be sold, federal prosecutors say he set up a maze of booby traps. So after the guilty verdict, we requested copies of courtroom exhibits, including photos and videos of the scene. In September 2018, law enforcement got there and found a minivan blocking the gate with steel traps used to trap wild animals hidden under the hood. They also found homemade spike strips along the driveway. There was this sign that warned property is protected by improvised munitions. Police and the FBI used an explosive charge to get in the front door. No one was inside, but a booby trap was. Investigators bumped a wheelchair. It triggered a homemade shotgun device, striking an FBI bomb tech in the leg. Whoa. He was okay and survived. A closer look revealed the booby trap used fishing line as a tripwire, which set off a mouse trap, triggering a shotgun shell. Federal agents later recreated the homemade weapon to see how it worked and the damage that could be done.
Pretty fucking crazy, huh?
Damn.
So, yeah.
Jesus.
Kind of impressive to be able to do that, you know?
Yeah. All over getting your home taken away in a lawsuit. So I cut out the part comparing the giant wheel that he made out of a hot tub to the opening scene of Indiana Jones, the movie franchise, the boulder, because everybody did that. That's obviously there's that. I like to think of it more as like a paranoid alcoholic game of mousetrap. Like I loved that game as a kid. You know?
Yeah, there's definitely at the end of every one of these booby traps, there was a note that said "Sweet dreams, honey." Because this was that type of guy, dude.
For sure.
Will,
pull up
his picture again, Will. He's got his face goes in all different directions.
Here's another mugshot of him.
Home Alone 17, Home Alone 17, the later years.
That's got to be a rug, right? That's got to be fake hair on top.
I mean, it looks like it's on him. He's got a thick head of hair. But
he kind of gives me vibes of this guy, the taxi driver from Scrooged.
Yeah. He kind of does look like that guy. And Mark, I actually, great minds think alike. Taking it to the internet, I think Andius Mumford and Mark just made some strong description points right there. Andius did it in the IG comment section. He says, "Home Alone, Redneck Edition."
Yeah, exactly. It's like Home Alone 16, the later years. Yeah.
He looks like Mick Jagger a little bit too, like a really drugged out Mick Jagger.
Oh, really fucked up Mick Jagger.
Not that one.
Oof.
That mugshot says "Welp."
Mick Jagger turned into Artie Lang and then lost all the weight again.
I mean, that guy's in rough shape.
Man,
you gotta try to take us home.
Just demo that fucking house, right? Like I feel terrible for the FBI bomb tech that went in there, bumped a wheelchair, got shot in the leg.
Yeah, I mean,
the piece of shit anyway.
So check this out. This is the thing, real quick. This is the recreation. Pow. So that's how it's a mouse trap that shoots. That's all that lead went in his leg. It fucking hurt.
Whoa.
So they did that for court. So he's fucked. He's gonna get sentenced to up to 20 years in October.
Attempted murder.
I mean, he fucked that guy's leg up with that. But I mean, how stupid is this? Look at this hot tub. He thinks that's gonna kill somebody. He put a hot tub on 2x4s.
But if you see a hot tub and all of a sudden it starts rolling at you, you don't know what's coming next.
It's true, but
you're getting out of
there. Fucking thing I've ever seen. Like,
this guy's insane. Yeah.
The,
just leave. All right, guys, we need to reassess this takeover.
Yeah.
He's got hot tubs coming down the hill.
The Catco.
He parked the van at the gate too. Like that was gonna stop people.
The Catco v. Bronny or Brinny is like the most famous man trap case. And in the 70s, Edward and Bertha Briney, they had an old farmhouse. And it was boarded up and said no trespassing on the outside, but people kept breaking into it. So Edward Briney rigged a 20-gauge shotgun to fire whenever a certain bedroom door was opened. And this guy, Marvin Catco, he went in the house to steal fruit jars, opened a booby trap door, and blasted his legs, put him in the hospital, and he won a $30,000 lawsuit against the Brineys.
Just
nice. Well, this FBI dude's going to get paid for sure.
Then,
and he got all kinds of leave for it. Tiller says trailer alone starring Macaulay Culkin. Yeah, pretty much. Also, to the other story, true crime, the Progresso murders. Yeah,
They
Progresso
left
was a
me
good
again.
guess.
No. Yeah. All right.
Try the hot tub. It says on the sign.
Yeah. Anyone want to take a dip?
I mean, he did label his booby traps. To be fair, like he was like this property will fuck you up. But I mean, come on, man.
But he also he also writes ineligibly. It's also really hard
No,
to read.
just he had like the movie sign. He had the letters like the serial killer
All
shit.
right, got it.
Joe Gray Smith.
What's that say? You get too close to it. Oh shit!
Improvised explosives.
Oh no.
Munitions. When you use the word munitions, you know that you're serious.
Well, he did want to write IED, which is what it was, because that's a terrorist word.
But that's what it was.
It was an IED.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have heard of mugshotties before, right?
Big time mugshotties guy.
Great social media account. They just show mugshots of hot chicks, and then the captions like Amanda Stroyer, 25, stole a car and drove it into a bank, and then every comment's like, I can fix her, or sentence her to 5 years of sitting on my face, please.
Would. Yes.
I'll eat her out. I mean, bail her out.
1,000 woods. Yeah.
Yeah.
She can drive her car to my house.
Yeah, she'd be worth it.
Yeah, great account. Let's play a little game of mugshotty. All right, I'm gonna show you a mugshot, and I want you to tell me how hot the chick is and what you think she did.
Okay.
Here's number one.
Oh, very attractive.
Solid 8.5.
Yeah.
Theft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. Some kind of maybe like indecent exposure, public drunkenness.
Can you describe her? She's smiling, right? She's blonde. She's young,
Smiling,
she's
blonde.
Great smile, white teeth.
Girl.
She's like Paris Hilton vibes a little bit, but like trashy Paris
bit.
Hilton vibes. Like
Yeah, a lot of people are like that's hot. Like,
Fun.
Because that's Paris Hilton's
blonde
friends.
hair, skin.
All right, what about this one?
Yeah, bleach blonde.
Girl next door.
What did she do?
Okay.
She's got a dead tooth, which
Brunette.
yeah.
Brunette,
Could just be the
a little
shadows.
bit parted down the middle.
That's a dead tooth.
She's smiling really big. I'd say weed. Again, this girl is probably or shrooms maybe.
That's a DUI face, I think.
Yeah,
DUI.
okay.
Yeah, I mean she's partying.
Stole a car, maybe. Okay, yeah, you guys are close. What about this girl?
Sultry.
Oh, that's domestic. She slapped somebody.
Attitude.
Dirty
Slap
blonde.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she slapped somebody.
Okay.
Yeah. Or theft that she's proud of.
It's all the same girl, guys.
Okay.
What if I were to tell you that she had 11 mugshots? It's all the same girl. That's a 23-year-old president of the Bad Girls Club, Rihanna Brock, ex-Kentucky student, a.k.a. the Queen of Chaos.
Okay,
11
she went to
mugshots.
UK.
She went to Eastern Kentucky. She got expelled from 3 schools in the past 5 years.
Was that
Maybe she's sure she's been in trouble on UK campus, but I don't think she was enrolled there.
So her dad keeps thinking he can fix her by sending her to more colleges, and she just keeps proving him wrong.
Well, her dad's in jail, as is her mom.
Oh, okay. So who's sending her to college? Herself? She's just applying, getting
She's
in.
changing
Guys
her
are
look
paying
a
for it.
lot.
Yeah, I don't know. Here's a different one of her. That's a different look, right? At this point, I would like to say that a little bit gun shy, since we had some threats that were obviously empty threats from Water Sommelier fans. So I would like to say at this point, if we're to do a clip down of this, Eric and Hard Factor editors, Mr. and Mrs. Brock, you raised a fine daughter. You did it. You're doing a fine job, and I'm sure that whatever you're in prison for, you didn't do it, or you got screwed by the justice system, and we appreciate you and your family. So
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Nothing bad to say about the Brocks.
No.
The Brocks though. But she's getting a lot of publicity from this. All this arrest.
She's been arrested 11 times since 2018, ranging from things like stealing cars, stealing police officers' hats and police officers' tasers, not appearing for court, libel.
Well, she hates appearing for court.
She doesn't appear to court. Libel. She's 4th time for contempt of court. 4th for contempt of court.
Got a mouth on her. Yeah.
Unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, which she stole, criminal mischief in the 1st degree, marijuana possession of stolen property, stealing a trooper's hat and taser, like I said.
Stealing and partying.
Yeah, just getting absolutely fucking hammered. Illegal use of a firearm, illegal possession of a firearm from a felon.
Oh, she's dangerous.
She's a bad girl. She's president of the Bad Girl Club. But here's the thing: bad girls are like athletes; they have shelf lives. And she's been playing like a running back that's getting 300 plus carries, as you can see by the 11 mugshots in the past 5 years. So maybe there's not much tread left on her tires. She's had stretches of homelessness, and she's an admitted drug addict at the ripe old age of 23. Which is prime age for a bad girl, but it's time for her to hang up the boots. And I think she might
get rehab money for all this publicity, right? And some type of.
She's in a 1-year program right now from the Kentucky judicial system so she doesn't have to serve a bunch of time. So she's in rehab now, and she said that she's been sober since June when she almost committed suicide, but her male friend, who's her savior, talked her out of it, and now she and him have become sober together. She's found God. She's in this rehab, and she's going to straighten it out.
A lot.
Good. Okay.
Dreams this
well, hopefully so. Hopefully so. Straight and
Make a
narrow.
great wife
Come on.
one day.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure this is going to have a happy ending because here you can see here's Brock a week ago by the stream,
I mean, she still looks like a bad girl, but now she's just a little bit, she's cleaned herself up,
She's got a big fan base. So here's like similar to Wes. I have some comments here.
Right. I mean, she can get a huge OnlyFans following, right? Or just whatever. Like
OnlyFans should make millions. In fact, she doesn't even need to do OnlyFans. As This Is Just Water said, I'd pay $1 million for your underwear.
There you go.
Problem is he doesn't have it.
But if he had it, he would. Or Hannah Sakala says, not sure if you're into women, but I'd let you step on me.
Wow. A lot of suitors out there
that.
for her.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out for her. Like Kyle, who says, hey, Rayana, big fan of your work. Keep breaking the law, baby girl.
And Kyle loves this.
He likes what she does.
Kyle, you loser.
Mugshot, yeah. There's a lot of losers. Mugshot, he's posted her again. They always post her. Mugshot, he's posted her, and it said, back to our girl with the 11th mugshot, contempt of court, libel, slander, Mugshotty stickers for sale of her. And Rihanna herself wrote, I'm back, y'all, on the Mugshotties post. And then someone else wrote, this lady collecting charges like they're Pokemon. And then another person wrote, who the fuck keeps bailing this chick out? And Sean of the North says, why is she always so happy in every single
First guy she calls is who bails her out.
The guards are bailing her out.
Yeah. This is a picture of her by the stream is a guy that's about to get his soul sucked out of him by her. Yeah.
There are guys with police scanners just waiting for their chance to bail her out.
Yeah.
She's on the loose again. So
she is. Well, I that last mugshot might be recent. I can't tell, but she's happy. She's still posting. She's bragging about it. And look, she's heading toward the straight and narrow. She said, she's doing.
I hope all this publicity doesn't make her think that she needs to go back to being a bad girl to be popular and loved, because that's not.
We love you for who you are.
It's not the way to go, baby girl.
No,
you don't keep breaking the law, baby girl.
No, like you guys said,
Wes is doing the
baby girl. If it's podcasting, if it's podcasting, social media influencing, or maybe OnlyFans, she's gonna have a successful career, baby girl. So
yeah,
a lot of options.
Get a great night's sleep, Rihanna.
Yeah. When did baby girl say I'm back, y'all?
On the Mugshotties post this week, a couple days ago.
So we can get her on the show. So we got to get her on the show.
Yeah, we probably should get her on the show.
Yeah, we should reach out.
Absolutely.
We need to reach out to her.
Would love to talk.
Nice little clip down of all positive things. Yeah.
Maybe we set a trap.
A lot of
bait car.
Yeah.
I think we need to get her on the show.
Yeah, let's get her on the show.
Notoriety she's built up. Yeah.
I hope she stays on the clean and sober way.
I'd like to hear about her 11 arrests, though.
Oh yeah.
What was your favorite arrest?
Wes, you could be her mentor. I don't know how that works, but
I'll sponsor her. Yeah.
You can save her.
That'd be great.
I don't know
for
if
me.
I like that.
That'd be great.
Right. I was gonna say, like, wouldn't that be the biggest risk of your life?
That'd be the greatest thing. Yeah, it'd be so good for me if I sponsored her.
Wes leaves the show and his current relationship to go on the run with.
I'd be robbing a bank with her in the 2 weeks.
We never hear from Wes again. He's just getting burnt in an Arizona asphalt.
You're like raising Arizona in no time.
Yeah. I'll sponsor.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
This is great.
That's the show. Let's bring up the wheel.
Awesome. All right. Everyone on tomorrow? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Everyone on this?
Yeah.
Will wants Pat a third time. No, it goes for Wes.
Wes.
We'll have your copy.
Yes, we'll have it. And don't forget, Hive Hour and Florida Man Friday coming out. Hive Hour today, Florida Man Friday, patreon.com/hard factor if you want to get in on those in the Discord chat. Download the Discord app. If you join Patreon, download the fucking Discord app, and then that way you have it, and then we can get you in the Discord because a lot of people get confused about that. Download the app.
Please.
Oh, one more thing. We'll do this again tomorrow, but there's the Hawaiian shirt everyone is sending us, cream of the crop. If you want one, you can get it stored up. Hardfactor.com. Just search Hawaiian shirt and it'll pop up for you.
Hell yeah, we're selling our own now for taking power back. Hell yeah. Nice. And I think on the Hive Hour this week, Pat's going to do an MTV Crib style around his house. Plus, Tiller wants to know if there's any updates on Take Away the Milkman. So big episode, I'm sure, of Hive Hour coming up this week.
Oh shit. Also, we got Chris Slate saying, I want to help chef for pythons and hogs.
Yes,
is the technical term. Hogs and pythons. It's the first invasive species only restaurant, bar, and grill. And we're taking it to Florida, and Chris is going to be our chef.
Wait, quick update, real quick. This last thing. So remember, I told you that girl Angela that was calling out all the dudes for commenting. So I reached out to her on Twitter. I was like, "Why do you keep commenting on this girl's post? Are you obsessed with her?"
Oh
and
yeah,
she goes,
yeah. What she said?
She goes, "I admit I envy her figure," and I go, "Yeah, just curious why you tell everyone you tell everyone she's fake." And because she says that's an image synthesized by AI technology. And I said, but why do you care?
She wants guys to give her attention.
Mark, she says, you don't understand women's jealousy.
Yes, she wants guys to give her attention. She's sick of
she's honest.
Yeah, at least she's honest.
Oh, we're gonna understand it when there's a bunch of big dick 6-pack AI guys that are just like banging all the girls out there. Yeah, I mean, like we'll get it eventually. Guys just don't get it yet.
Angela's looking for a boyfriend.
Hit up Angela. I'm gonna give out her at.
Give out her at. She needs some. Hey, Colin and Tony from PA, get at Angela.
Hit up
at a great point.
Una 2, the number 2 DON. UNA 2 Don.
She looked kind of cute. I think Tony,
PA, she's looking good.
Colin, get at Angela.
Very cute.
Or anyone out there. You know, it doesn't have to be those two. Did you ever reach out to Marnie, Wes?
No. Oh yeah, I did. But I haven't heard back.
Okay. All right. Well, look, screw her then.
Well, it sounds like we got a new love doctor for those guys.
Maybe we can just get Angela on the pod to talk to Tony. Just do a little conversation. But look, everyone out there, we already talked about everything else. So just get out there and have a great fucking day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.